Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't even start yet, y'all. If there's ones, then I appreciate you anyway. I want to know. I think Kevin Samuels asked this question about a year and some change ago, where he was saying that what does, I can't remember what he said verbatim. I'm paraphrasing here, obviously, but he said, what do men get out of like marriages, serious committed relationships, whatever? What do men get or gain out of marriages? And he mainly, if I remember correctly, he was speaking more so to the men that's more financially stable and could afford these types of things. Not all guys can afford, a maid, a cook or a cleaner or this, that, or third, or whatever the case may be. But that was the main talking point, and he led that through and talked about, he had bullet points and all that. Y'all know how Kevin Samuels do. RP to Kevin Samuels. But he had bullet points of different things, and he was like, yo, well, what's the purpose of what would a man need a woman for if he was paying for a maid, paying for a cook, and paying for an escort? And I thought it was I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, that's actually a good ass question. And people was like, oh, well, well, what if he wanted kids? I mean, I could pay for a surrogate if I'm financially stable enough. Pay for a surrogate and be a single dad, do whatever I gotta do, or pay someone, or get a child from an orphanage or whatever. Like there's a million different things. There's a million different things when it comes to these types of situations, these types of topics, man. But let's get into this video, man. I honestly thought this was a really, really good video. I think this is called the pregame. I don't know who they are, but I'll try to make sure to tag their channel if they are on YouTube. I'll do what I can on my end to tag their channel. But let's get into this video.
What does a guy get from a woman that he couldn't get from a cook, a cleaner, and a hooker? It goes back to like why it's better to date girls with lower body counts, because they're more loyal.
Yeah, but I didn't know about all of that.
So if a girl's a virgin on her wedding night, she has an 80% chance of a happy marriage. If she sleeps with more than 5 people, it drops down to 30%.
But that doesn't mean the man's gonna stay though.
Look at the deflection. That doesn't mean that the man is going to stay, though. Nobody said that the man is going to stay, ma'am. Did you listen to what she said? She said if a woman gets married on her, if a woman gets married on her wedding night and she's a virgin, she has an 80% chance of having a quote unquote a successful marriage. That's what she said. Here goes the deflection. But you can always tell when people that not really necessarily offended, but feel some type of way. Because when you have these types of conversations with women that have, like she said, a higher body count than 5, the woman that have a higher body count than 5, oh wait, that's not good. He's still gonna leave, he's still gonna cheat, or he's still gonna do this, that, and third. None of that is the talking point of the original original topic at hand. So, and let me just let her finish. I'm gonna try my best not to stop it, y'all. Y'all know how I do.
How many men?
Women leave most of the time. It's 70 to 80% of the time. If you're college,
let me run that back. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, because she about to go in.
30%.
But that doesn't mean the man's gonna stay though. How many men?
Women leave most of the time. It's 70 to 80% of the time.
This woman is killing. I'm gonna do my part to make sure I find whoever this woman is, so I can make sure I give her her credit. What is she saying wrong? She said, oh, well, that doesn't mean that the man is going to stay. The man's still going to leave. She came back with that uppercut, but women is leaving 80% of the time. So what the hell are you talking about? That doesn't mean the man is going to stay. Majority of the time, the women are leaving. What are you talking about, ma'am?
If you're college educated, it's 90, and they cheat at similar rates. And there's actually studies that have come out recently saying that women cheat more than men, because think about it, we have way more opportunity. We walk down the street, say hello to a man, he's down. I'm saying, like, as adults in a conversation, like, yes, there are going to be exceptions, but if you have an 80% chance, isn't that better than a 30% chance? And if you were a dude, you pick the 80% chance. And second off, the other problem is, like, a lot of times what girls will do is they'll give it to the last guys for free, and then try to, like, they're used Honda Civic and trying to require BMW prices, but you can't go back to being a new BMW.
I do.
God damn. This video was chopped, y'all. It's supposed to be like clips of the interview. Again, I will do what I can on my end to find those videos, man, because I definitely want to obviously of course provide the link for y'all, but I definitely want to be more in depth with my reaction to this video. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. I thought that this was a an amazing back and forth. Unfortunately, you're going to have those types of detractors, right? You're going to have detractors. You're going to have people that are trying to deflect, trying to get your train of thought off, derailed or off subject or whatever the case may be. But you have to make sure you put your foot down and be more firm and just be confident in what you're speaking on. She slapped this woman with facts. What are you talking about? Men, that doesn't mean the man going to stay. Majority of the time, it's the women leaving. 80% of the time. And then she said 90% of the time if they're educated. So who's really in the win situation or loss situation? It's the men in the loss situation. But the question again of this video, I should say, is what would a man need? I hate using the word need because need is such a strong word, bro. I really don't like using that word like that, man. But what would a man get from a woman? What would a man get from a woman that he couldn't get from a maid, a cook, an escort? I mean, all those things. I honestly, a financially stable man, let me say that, a financially stable man, what would a man be able to get, from those types of things? I honestly, in my honest opinion, I would say, I don't think I'll be able to get anything. And a lot of guys that's, and again, I hate using these terminologies, but these are the words that people can closely identify with. And that's the thing about me being, quote unquote, purple pill, is that we understand this and we know this. But me wanting to be married, me wanting to have kids, I said so many times, y'all, everybody know me in real life. No, I'm gonna stay true to this. The only way I'm going to have kids is if I get married. So me knowing this and me wanting those types of things, you come to terms with it. You come to terms with it, and you try to find that needle in a haystack. And you knowing in the back of your mind about hypergamy, knowing in the back of your mind that there's a chance that she's still going to cheat no matter what. In the back of the mind that you 9 times out of 10 will never make her happy, or eventually you will never be that guy that she's craving for or yearning for sexually anymore. All these things, you understand it, and you try to do what you can on your end to make your girl happy. But in the back of your mind, you still know, listen, 9 times out of 10, I probably won't even be enough. So it's the same thing, but in vice versa for the, because that's like more so for the women, I guess you can kind of say. I mean, you can kind of say it for both, but for the men, that's just the way it is, man. We know these types of things. So if you are a red pill guy, this would be more suited for you, because you'll be like, okay, cool. Well, I might as well pay for a maid, pay for a cook, and pay for an escort. Me personally, I don't believe in paying for any of that stuff, bro. I cook and I clean. I damn sure ain't paying for an escort. I don't find stuff like that attractive, bro. I think that's disgusting to me. I don't do strip clubs. I don't do, like, I just don't, bro. I just don't. Stuff like that don't really turn me on like that, man. To each his own. I'm not talking down on anybody, but it's just, for me, it's a hell no. It's a hell no, man. But to answer the question, I would say, what does a man get from a woman that he can't get from? Bro, literally nothing. If you're financially stable enough to be able to afford all 3 or 4 of those women, if not more, of those women, there's literally no point of, you don't benefit from marriage. You don't benefit, quote unquote, from relationships, serious committed relationships. I know some people will say, oh, well, if you get a wife, you have a lower chance of catching the STD. Yes and no, because you can still be married and your wife cheats, catch the STD, and they bring it home to you. Or do you want even better? If you have that type of money where you're financially stable enough to be able to afford all these types of women, you will be able to, get STD tests like that. Nah, man, you can't come over until you show this, that, and the third. It's unfortunate, man, but in my opinion, I believe that a lot of women know this, and so they try to combat it with, with the nonsense of, oh, men just this and men just that. I mean, it's all nonsense and BS, man. At the end of the day, it's always been the same thing since the beginning of time. The men with, the men that's financially stable, that has the most resources, that's extremely well off. When you think back, to hundreds of years ago, back when they had like the kings and queens types of things, y'all honestly gonna look me in my eye and tell me that the king never cheated on the queen? You are out of your mind. There's been a lot of instances, even in like, just to name a timeline. I ain't gonna stay too long with this topic. Like in the medieval times, where the king, like if the people in the town, for example, if a man was to propose and get married to a woman, the king would have to sleep with a woman first and get her pregnant, because back then they were virgins. Because the first child, like, come on, bro. Like these types of the alpha men, let me say that. This has been going on literally since the beginning of time, even with pharaohs. They had rulers back then. What did they have? Money. They had, unlimited amount of resources, and they had women. Maybe y'all think differently, man. So I need y'all to comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, y'all be safe for her, cuz.